Hey, fun fact. Uh, 1 out of 3 Americans are lazy as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
they can't even finish. They can't even start and then finish a movie. Um, they say 1 out of 3 Americans just have no attention span just to watch a movie.
did I do that?
Uh-oh. Not again.
Yeah, fucking hey everybody. It's imbecile Ivan Day.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what a great term, you fucking skank.
Uh,
Anyway,
look, I was trying to think of something on the fly. Okay, I'm not a professional Mad Magaziner. Okay.
all right. Well, yeah, so today's movie is The Deer Hunter from 1978. Yeah,
Shut
78.
the fuck up! You didn't even watch the movie. Don't be talking about the year of the movie.
Yeah, so I didn't watch the movie. I was really busy this week and I just couldn't fucking sit through a 3 hour long movie about the Vietnam War, which I mean, it's admittedly it's like a really good movie from everything I've seen, all the trailers, all the clips. I just haven't watched the movie in full because I just didn't have the time for it. I've seen it referenced everywhere. Uh and it's just one of those like cultural kind of like touchstone movies that always like gets referenced along with like Platoon and like Full Metal Jacket and shit as like the Vietnam movie.
Have you ever seen a Vietnam movie?
Yeah,
Which one?
Not the Deer Hunter.
not the Deer Hunter, of course. I've seen like Apocalypse. I've seen all the other boomer movies like the Apocalypse Now, Full Metal Jacket. Yeah. And I used to be really into war movies as a kid. Like I used to just be like, whoa, the only thing that excites me is watching people get blown to chunks
Down in the
and
jungle.
just shit like that. And like rewatching like Apocalypse Now, I was really intrigued by how like just hellish everything is in that movie.
hmm It's a
Um,
descendant
Oh,
nightmare.
oh,
yeah,
oh!
It's
That's
it's
really cool. You had time to rewatch Apocalypse Now. That's really cool.
yeah, that was a while ago though. That was a good while ago. But yeah, I watched that and I was just really intrigued by how much of a fucking nightmare that movie ends up becoming. And it's just I aspire to make something in a similar vein that's just hellish, apocalyptic, as weirdly psychotic feeling as that is. The Deer Hunter, from what I can tell, it's a very tense movie, but it's more, from what I could see, more about like interpersonal relationships.
it's very apolitical.
Um,
As
yeah,
apolitical as a movie about the Vietnam War possibly can be.
yeah,
Yeah, the movie kind of boils down to you know who the real victims of the Vietnam War were? Were white guys who chose to go to
Yeah,
Vietnam.
like towards the tail end of it. Some good old Slavic American boys, and I don't know how old they're supposed to be, but I know like all the actors were in their early 30s at that point, and like accurately, like you weren't allowed to like voluntarily enlist at that age for the Vietnam War anyway.
Yeah, a good part of this movie is this big wedding scene. One of the soldiers about to be soldiers is getting married. He has a big Slavic Russian wedding,
His
and his
his wife to be is pregnant with another man's baby.
well,
That's true, Ivan.
hash.
we
This
always
is
find the fucking cuck movies, man. Come
this
on,
this is what you were missing out on, okay?
I missed out on another cucking.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see it. It like happened like, before the events of the movie, but like they do talk about it. There's like this one sniveling like a rat like in their friend group who carries a gun around to feel more manly and hits his girlfriend. And he's like, "Oh, I know exactly."
That guy has like the most groiper physique I think I've ever seen. Don't fucking laugh, Ivan. You don't get it because you didn't watch the movie.
I'm laughing at what the fuck is a graper physique? What is a what? Tell me.
If you look at this character, I think his name was Stanley
Mhm.
in the movie. He just has the most groiper physique and personality I've seen. Like this is like pure 70s groiper.
Mhm. And the other two friends that didn't go to war with them, I call them like the Chris Farley twins. Because
Chris
that's
Farley
like pretty much what
twins.
they were. It's like one's Chris Farley with a beard, one's without a beard.
Yeah, wasn't his name like Ajax or something?
Yeah, Axel or something. I don't know what the other one's name was.
What the fuck kind of name is Ajax? Why does like every like I've seen like tons of movies in the past that like always try to name this like badass manly character some shit like Ajax. Like isn't that like a brand of bleach?
Well,
You know who else is named Ajax? Is the son from Duckman? Hey, Dad. Like, you guys seen Duckman?
I've
um,
seen bits and pieces of it.
yeah, well, he has two sons that are like conjoined twins, aren't they?
Yeah. What a good show. I like it more than The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, it's
You like anything more than The
it's
Simpsons?
been on my list. I have seen The Critic though.
Hey, Ivan.
For
Maybe
someone
the
who
Sim.
hang on. I gotta point this out right quick. For
Oh yeah.
somebody who's such a absolutely obsessed person with The Simpsons, you sure do hate The Simpsons like more than anyone I know. You're
Oh,
like
don't.
the embodiment of the shit no one cares about enthusiast.
Oh, don't flip this on me, motherfucker, because you didn't watch the movie.
Doug, this isn't even about that. I'm talking about your addiction to hating The Simpsons.
Let me tell you something, Ivan. Maybe if they didn't kill Barfly number 2 on the last episode of The Simpsons, my heart wouldn't have been broken.
I would describe your
Why did
I would describe Sim's relationship with the Simpsons of that of like a disappointed older stepbrother or something. I don't know, something along that lines.
Okay, anyway, going back to what I was saying about the deer hunter with the wedding scene before I was rudely interrupted by someone who hasn't seen the movie.
you're not gonna let that die, are you?
No, I'm like my heart is broken.
Yeah, well, cope, I guess. I don't
When
know.
we when we both looked into each other's eyes and said "I do," we both promised that we would watch the Deer Hunter together,
When we
and you
both
didn't.
clasped each other in stunning coitus, we whispered in each other's ears, "The Deer Hunter. We must
Uh,
watch it."
uh, uh, that's just a joke, everyone. Me and Ivan are actually not in a homosexual relationship. Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, I can attest to
Yeah,
their heterosexuality.
Yeah, when people think of
yeah,
a heterosexual, they think of me.
yeah. Synth cool, famously. Going back to the critically acclaimed movie that won 5 Oscars, The Deer Hunter. Um,
Yeah, yeah. What? Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah,
Tell me.
yeah, your review just from like vibes.
Yeah, come on. From what I've seen, from what I
The
heard.
impression that I get.
I'm starting to feel that I'm being attacked a little bit here by my good friends in the
Were you?
Zoomer Tombstone review circuit.
That's hilarious that you think that we're your friends.
Sorry, my esteemed colleagues and coworkers.
Let's take a look at the board. We see Marmaduke. You didn't watch that. Kiss Meet Scooby Doo. Didn't watch that. And oh, let's see, the Deer Hunter. Okay. If I went to a random person and I said, "What does Marmaduke, Kiss Meet Scooby Doo, and the Deer Hunter have in common?" Well, guess
Nothing.
what? Ivan didn't watch him.
Okay, look. In my defense, right? In my defense, Marmaduke is like the smelliest looking movie I've ever seen.
You say that for every fucking movie. How do you smell a movie?
You
Smell-o-vision.
know, movies, yeah, smell-o-vision. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's add
Oh yeah, you
polyester to the
smell this.
schedule.
This is why people pay us money.
This is why people don't pay us money anymore. Remember when we went free? Yeah. This is the
Oh
reason
yeah, that's
why.
true.
Yeah.
The quality dropped immensely.
Oh, it's all performance art. Totally.
But
We're
yeah,
expert satirists, okay? Like we organized this, okay? Like we planned it out specifically. Totally. that only me and Synth were gonna watch this movie, and Meatball is gonna continually keep on missing out on these movies.
Yeah, because I am a parody of the inane fart sniffing critic that doesn't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, back to the movie The Deer Hunter or whatever. So there's like that big wedding scene, and it's a little selfish of the other guys to kind of make their friends' wedding all about themselves by being like, "Yeah, we're going to war, celebrate us," and then all the Slavic people are like, "Yeah, war."
Yeah. Let's tap dance to the Tetris song, which they do.
Da, 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 da,
Oh,
da,
that
da,
wedding
da.
scene is honestly my favorite part of the movie. It just kind of goes on forever, but it does have that like feel like you're just kind of trapped at like a wedding.
Yeah. I mean, I would
Can't
rather
relate.
dance to some sort of like traditional songs than freaking Uptown Funk, because I've been to some weddings. I've been to a
I hate the idea.
I've been to a
I hate
Great
the idea of being
Gatsby themed
forced to.
wedding.
All right, we're all talking over each other. Let's should we turn
Oh,
on the cam so we don't talk? Wait.
Bro, just chill out. It's the Deer Hunter review. We don't need to do shit.
Okay.
this is only
We're
like some cornerstone of cinema kind of film. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest and be the contrarian here, I wasn't that impressed with it.
Honestly, you're not wrong, Mads. I think like view it like this. Like to me, a 7 out of 10 rating is the ultimate cowards rating. But this is one of those rare times where this is like the ultimate 7 out of 10 movie.
Hmm.
Like I get why it's prestige, but ultimately it just feels like a big it's stunning, it's beautiful, the score is good, the acting's good, but it ultimately just feels like a big nothing.
Hmm. Yeah, I know. Do you know the story about how this movie managed to market itself?
Yeah, a little bit. Tell me.
Yeah, so this is the first movie ever that didn't have a wide release until after Oscar season, because this did surprisingly this did terrible in test screenings. Like, audiences were not into seeing Christopher Walken and Robert De Niro just suffer for 3 hours. When the Vietnam War just ended, like, at that point, and so they were the first like advertising campaign that had the idea of like, okay, this is definitely going to win some Oscars, so let's bank on people like taking the Oscars seriously, do a limited release, enough of a release that like it can qualify for the Academy Awards, win some awards, and then do a wide release.
God, just imagine like the fat fuck in the 70s at that like test screening audience going like just covered in Boston market fucking slop. Just be like, hey, why the fuck are we not winning? Why are they suffering? I was in Vietnam.
they go step outside and they get like immediately like 100,000 like Röntgen ionizing lead radiation from like all the from like all the cars that are just burning lead gasoline.
Then they like fall down and shit their pants and be like, I did it for my country.
I did it for my country. I did it for my people.
And then
War
some guy
sucks, but
and then
America rocks.
some guy from like a weapons manuring then some like guy in a suit from like a weapons manufacturing company just like walks by and takes a big fucking piss all over him.
Yes, good. You watched the movie about nothing.
Yeah, Jerry Seinfeld was in this movie.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy now that we're talking about like Vietnam. Uh have you guys been following the news lately about like all the like the protests and stuff happening on college campuses and how that's
Yeah.
being like clamped down on hard?
Yeah, I know. I'm repulsed by this country more and more as the years go by.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing how much the United States government will do to just silence dissent
Mhm.
when it's anything anti-war. I mean, you can kind of argue that this movie might be, in a sort of way, another kind of affect of that, where they try to kind of glorify the suffering of the war
Mhm.
a little bit by making it all about like, oh, it's a sad story about the soldiers that were there.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, like the soldiers did suffer going there, but it's not like it's like kind of done in this way, I think, where it's kind of fetishized in a way
Mhm.
where it's like, oh, the Vietnam War is bad, the Vietnam War is bad. God bless our troops.
Well, I don't think that was the intention of this movie or any of the other Vietnam movies. I genuinely think, at least with Full Metal Jacket and Platoon and stuff like that, those were anti-war movies made by kind of like weird leftist guys, Oliver Stone,
Mm,
Stanley Kubrick. Those movies, like they were made with artistic intention. I doubt the military complex was involved in those movies. The problem is just like a lot of young men of any decade, any generation, they're just fucking stupid. They watch these movies as kids and they grow up to be like, yeah, actually, well, it's pretty cool. It's pretty badass to get your legs chopped off. It's just a meaningless fucking cycle. It's just like there's always been anti-war propaganda, but ultimately, like people just are fucking stupid.
Mhm. Yeah, they long to feel like they're the protagonist in some sort of like gripping drama, you know?
Yeah, like any fucking fat fucking nerd on the internet who plays Warhammer could like they're bored as shit, so they're like, yeah, I wish I was like a fucking ancient Spartan warrior, even though like half the time they got fucking like wrecked and all they could beat is like fucking like helots.
Mhm. Yeah, they got their
yeah.
throats slit by the time they were like 18.
Like a lot of the war fetishizers are just really bored people, I think.
Mm.
They're people who are just completely aimless in life that have nothing to do. They're usually just bored young men that long for violence or long for some kind of meaning in their life
Mm.
via violence. And it's ultimately what happens, I think, when a lot of young men and a lot of young boys are always taught that, like, you have to be like a super macho man, and to be a super macho man you have to be strong and tough and violent and whatever, not to be a fucking social justice warrior or some drooling socialist cuck, but like I think we should probably like not be all about that. I mean, we've like these people have been misled almost every time uh into fighting these stupid ass wars for the past like 100 years almost. Like the last
Well,
war that was like justified was World War II, I think.
Look at the Stanley character of this movie. He is kind of like this like little twerp who like really really wants to be like a big strong man, and he kind of looks at Robert De Niro's character as like the strong silent type because that is actually what Robert De Niro's character is. He is the strong silent type, but the nerdy little twerp guy, he doesn't get like you have to have some sort of self-reflection to get that way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's kind of like all the nerds on Twitter who glamorize like Fist of the North Star or Guts from Berserk,
Oh
but
my
they don't
god.
actually know what makes those characters like intriguing. They just think, yeah, the fucking being badass and cool.
Yeah, and they
A lot
think
of the
they think that relates to their experience being an autistic outcast.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of these people like tend to be like really 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 like severely right wing. And it's like when you actually boil down the character of like Guts from Berserk, like this guy is a person who was like sexually assaulted, who was forced to be a child soldier and had to like suffer through a lot of shit, including like just some crazy reality bending shit. And he watched his like girlfriend get raped in front of him. And all these like dudes that are just like, yeah, I'm a 1488 Kekistani Graper man. I so relate to Guts Berserk because I don't get pussy. you know, it's It's fucking it's so dumb.
Yeah, I had to DM a girl to like convince her to like leave our Warhammer chat room. I'm kind of the same as Guts.
Yeah. I'm a sufferer too. I'm just like the people in Warhammer. I'm just like a ultramarine. I fight for 400 years, not in any warfare or any like hard trials or tribulations. I just like to dress up like a Nazi and say racial slurs on Twitter.
Very interesting.
He also pays for
Concerning.
Twitter.
Concerning. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. The people that pay
Very.
for Twitter are kind of like a new breed of pathetic, I think. Like, what's
Mm.
there even to buy at this point?
Yeah. I mean, if you were already like, I can understand if you were already like a big account.
Yeah, I could understand that too if you were like a popular account or something. You're like, oh, I want to boost my reach a bit,
Yeah,
but
it's like yeah, I'm already on here, so much I might as well get paid for it.
like these people, like all they do is they farm engagement,
Mm.
so they can get like little piddly bits of ad revenue. And I think that like promise by Elon that people would get like ad revenue on Twitter is just so it like ruined the website for good because now there's just like tons and tons of bots that say like pussy in bio. And that's just all they fucking do. They just are
Or they
it's
just
just
go
bots,
so true,
engagement
ha ha
farms.
ha, to like every
Yeah,
single
it's
post,
just
you know.
it's engagement farming. It's so creepy. It's like dead internet theory in full on full display.
Hmm. And
And
shitification.
you
All
just have
right.
all this shit going on.
All right. Anyway, back to the 1978 major motion picture,
We
The
haven't
Deer Hunter.
we haven't spoken about the motif of Russian roulette yet, have we?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I don't
like
What do
think
you want
so.
to chime in?
well, I mean, I understand like that's supposed to be like oh a real film the real like film analyst part of the episode. The whole metaphor for about Russian roulette is tied into just the chances you're taking in volunteering for a war like that in the first place. You're holding a gun to your head. There's one bullet in, and you're gonna pull the trigger. 1 in 6 chance that it's gonna blow your head off. You
Yeah.
sign up for war because you're just like in some freaking Pennsylvania town and you're a steel worker. It's like okay, I'm sick of like just hunting animals. Let's go do something for real. um,
Yeah, it's kind of like joining the Vietnam War, like not getting drafted, but volunteering is kind of like Jackass in the 60s.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like
totally.
it's just like daring each other to step on landmines and shit.
yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I feel like that's kind of just every war at this point. Every single war that we get into for one reason or another, it's just you're essentially daring millions of children and I mean children because usually they get recruited by like 16, 17, and they get on the track to join by 18 into basically just putting a gun to their head and say just deciding, okay, do I die in this foreign land or not?
Uh
And it's all chance and it's all dumb. And I think as a Gen Zer who's grown up through the Iraq War, and through the global war on terror that's still technically ongoing, 20 years of war has kind of made me very jaded to the idea of getting into conflict.
hmm
And there just seems to be like all you see on the news is just more and more brewing potential conflicts, and it's just I really don't give a shit at this point.
I know a veteran. I know an Afghan veteran who's like 2 years older than me that killed himself a while ago.
Yeah, and a lot of these people tend to do that because they can't
He was homeless. Yeah,
integrate. They can't integrate into society because they go to war and they think they're going to be some hero, and they think that
yeah.
they're going to like,
They're gonna pull themselves out of poverty somehow.
yeah, they're going to pull themselves out of poverty, they're going to die like be a hero, they're going to die in a blaze of glory, or they're going to survive and thrive or whatever. But
They're
like
gonna
once they
chew
get
you up and
back they're
spit
just
you out, and then discharge you for
Yeah.
smoking weed or something.
Yeah, they fuck you up, especially if you're an infantryman, like an 11B MOS. I feel bad for those people
Oh yeah.
because those people, they a lot of them get into this thinking that they're going to be some kind of hero. I this is a really hot take. I think the only real branch of the military that deserves any kind of hero worship anymore is probably the National Guard, because they're the ones that actually like respond to disasters and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah. I have a long lost half brother who was in the Navy division of the National Guard or something. I remember he talked
Mhm.
about like he was on the ship um that they had Osama bin Laden's body on. I think he saw them like what they did with it. Like they gave him a mafia funeral. He's sleeping with the
They did,
fishes.
huh?
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, no. They said like they treated his body more respectfully. Like no, they didn't. I saw them. They pitched him over the ship.
They give him a little kiss. My sweet prince,
Yeah.
dream on.
Dream on.
Anyway, back to the 1978 major motion picture, The Deer Hunter. I gotta say, look, I'm a concrete thinker. I'm a serious man. I don't got time for these abstract fucking thoughts. Okay, I look at my wrist. I see a watch because I'm a serious fucking man. I don't think about La La Land or Doodah. So that whole Russian roulette metaphor the director was trying to do, I'm just like, give me something concrete here. Give me something concrete, a real thing about the Vietnam War I could take. Not this chance thing with Russian roulette. It's like, look, I'm in the audience. I'm sitting there. Treat me like a fucking human being. Treat me like an adult, like a serious man, not some little fucking la la loopy lamb motherfucker. Okay, I don't want this Russian roulette shit. Talk about a real political policy of the Vietnam War. That's what I want to hear.
Mhm.
Or maybe I'm just not getting the bigger picture because maybe not everything needs to be like a political essay. Maybe I need to sympathize with the characters. Then in that 3 hour mark, like maybe the third hour, it kind of grabs me back. It's like, Synth, you need to relax, buddy. This is not that type of movie.
Hmm.
You need to open your mind. Have widen your horizons a little bit. Stretch your imagination. This is about how those policies affect working class Americans in this town. And it opens my mind a bit. Then I go back to respecting the movie. This movie takes me on a path, on a ride. And is it perfect? No. Is a little bit overhyped? Yes. But I still kind of liked it for that kind of gloomy atmosphere it has. The way the characters kind of talk to each other, the type of relationships they had. I thought this was a solid movie, but it just lacked that spark. Am I sounding fucking insane to you guys? Be honest with me.
No, I think you're
Sorry about that.
I think you're making a lot of sense. Because I think this movie kind of and this is me saying this having not even seen it,
Vibes.
just from vibes only.
I'm going
uh
to beat you up.
I'm gonna record it.
Purely vibes here. I think this movie is kind of playing it safe from like the clips I've seen, from the trailers I watched, from what I've read about it, because
Hmm.
I did do a little bit of research before I came here.
Yeah,
It sounds like it plays it very safe.
I would
I mean,
contend with that.
that's not my problem with the movie. I don't really like the mindset of like, oh, this movie plays it safe. This movie pushed the envelope, so it's good.
Well, that's
I
not what
don't like.
I'm.
Uh,
That's not really what I'm
I
getting
mean,
at. What
it's
I'm
staying in
mostly
its
getting at is
lane. I think.
yeah, it's a rather apolitical movie, like Matt said
Mhm.
earlier,
Yeah, as
which I think for a
apolitical, but
purely political.
I was trying to say is that it's apolitical, but still in a kind of political way. In the way that everything's political. Oh, look how
Yeah,
pretentious we are.
for
Look,
for like a for like a purely political moment in history that is not only controversial, but
Yeah,
I think by our standards nowadays, like kind of purely unjustified, what we did in Vietnam.
yeah, and also,
Um,
about how they portray the Vietnamese in this movie, right?
No.
I
Ooh,
mean, look,
very
look,
oriental.
look, look, look. It was the Vietnam War. I'm sure there were some Vietnamese
Of
guys who
course.
were that
A
aggressive
sadist,
toward
yeah.
soldiers, you know?
But it
Like,
just
I mean,
it feels a bit icky. I don't know. Yeah, or maybe fleshed out like the other like Vietnamese like POWs that are with them that are being forced to do the Russian roulette with them, you know?
yeah, or maybe just like or maybe just like a throwaway line just to kind of humanize like the Vietnamese antagonist by
Yeah,
being like, "Oh yeah, I was normal until like my family got like firebombed or something."
yeah,
Just like a little depth,
yeah.
but
I
you
mean,
know.
to their credit, they also villainized the French. The French guy is the biggest creep in the whole movie. God, he's like approaching Christopher Walken in the alleyway like he's gonna, you know, you know,
The French and their smelly penises.
yeah. There's
Their
smelly
Um,
foreskins.
smelly French penises.
Now, I don't want to go on the lane that this movie is like artificially made because the director of this movie, Michael Chimo or whatever his WAP last name is,
Hmm.
he is like he kind of killed New Hollywood because he was too much of an artistic perfectionist. Like this is the type of director you don't see anymore. And I kind of wish we kind of had more of these crazy weird character directors like him
Hmm.
because he was like this really weird guy who had these kind of views about American society. And it's not they weren't even political. They were just about like the relationships people have with each other. And if you like after this movie, he got really big. So he directed this other movie, the next movie. I think it was Heaven's something. I haven't seen it yet, but we're definitely going to watch it one of these days.
Okay. Well, you and me are gonna watch it.
What was it called?
Uh, let me look it up. Back computer. Oh yeah, Heaven's Gate. Yeah, so he directed Heaven's Gate, which was a notorious flop. It was considered to be a critical failure, but I think over the years people have like defended it. It's one of those movies like Waterworld. That movie is considered to be the movie that killed New Hollywood, the movie that killed directors having more power than the studios, because he was such a perfectionist. He interviewed like 300 horses just for a horse in the movie. He's a weird, crazy fucking guy. Like he even like fucking told like William Defoe to get the fuck off his set because William Defoe was like an extra and he saw him like giggling.
Willem Dafoe?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
William
Willem
Defoe.
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Whatever, it's fucking late.
It's 10:30 on the East Coast.
Hey, I watched the movie.
Okay.
And you get tired at 8:30.
Yeah.
Well, I I I I I have a job.
Yeah, I have a job too.
Yeah. So do I.
This is the most passive aggressive review I think we've had so far.
Well, 2/3 of a review.
Oh, fuck off.
Sorry, I forgot. You have your vibes review.
Yeah, this is a purely vibes review.
Yeah.
My
Well, for you.
my film degree
Yeah, that's the most
really put
ironic
me in
thing
clutch
about it
here.
too.
What?
That you're like a film student. You're like a proper film bro, right?
I guess.
Yeah. You're a certified film bro.
Yeah, I have a degree in film bro, and I didn't
uh,
watch this movie.
Yeah.
Ivan, we're just busting your balls. We love you. We don't care that you didn't watch The Deer Hunter. You know, we'll let it slide this time.
Yeah. 3 strikes. I'll give you a fourth one.
Yeah, but I swear to fucking God, you're the one requesting Waterworld, and we'll do it.
Uh huh.
But If you don't do Waterworld, I will literally cry.
I'll watch the Ulysses cut, another 3-hour movie.
Can we do like fun, cute little things like an episode of two like an episode
Two
like
broke
can we do
girls.
like cute little
That's what it
wait
sounded like you were
what?
gonna say. Two broke girls. Yeah, let's do that. An episode of
Yes.
Two Broke Girls.
Yeah. Uh yeah, that girl has really big boobs, am I right, my fellow bros?
What is wrong with you? Genuinely.
A lot.
Oh yeah, I heard about this female person. I heard she's got titties. Awooga.
Well, I was mimicking the people who would say that. I think you need to understand satire.
Yeah, as if you haven't said something like this almost down to a T before on several occasions.
Remember that Wild Hogs review where you're talking about Doug's wife's big tits?
You got a problem with that?
I think we need to stop being antagonistic to each other. We're kind of like we're kind of
The
like
Three Stooges.
Hob. No, Hobbs and Shaw, asshole.
Why I wanna.
Okay, honestly, the Three Stooges is not funny.
Yeah.
What, are you not a fan of slapstick?
Well, it's not funny slapstick. It's like I don't get what's so funny about poking a guy in the eyeballs.
It kind of has the.
Schadenfreude.
I always kind of had the vibes from the Three Stooges, similar to those episodes of The Big Bang Theory edited without the laugh track. Just like a sort of awkwardness.
Can I be honest?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sheldon, the character Sheldon is funnier than any Three Stooges short.
Oh no, like there are like genuinely hysterical like episodes, like early episodes of The Big Bang Theory that I remember watching. Like the best episodes are the ones where like him and Kaylee Cuoco are playing off of each other, just like fighting with each other.
No, Sheldon's fucking funny. Like the show itself is terrible, but Sheldon is a great character.
Yeah, Bazinga.
Bazinga.
Honestly, I fucking laughed at Bazinga. Fucking sue me.
I'm not gonna lie. This is my unfettered opinion here. I think the Big Bang Theory gets at most like a nice little like nasal exhale from me.
Yeah.
And I think I've maybe actually chuckled to anything from the Three Stooges in the past because sometimes watching a dude get slapped is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, you like it when they slap each other in the balls? You get fucking turned on.
No, it's just funny. It's like watching Tom and Jerry, and you hear one of them just like do that really loud ass yell. It's like, oh, that's funny. He's screaming. He's in pain. Schadenfreude.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Um, several undiagnosed problems.
Based.
Yeah. Fuck therapy. Fuck psychiatry.
Yeah, this is a fun bit of lore, but I don't know if I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but one time my dad got drunk and told me I had autism.
What, Dad? What? Why didn't you tell me before?
I was in
Bobby?
utter disbelief.
Bobby,
Well-
you have the autism.
Well, what he said specifically was, "You're retarded,"
Oh, that's different.
and I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm retarded? I'm not retarded. And he said, yeah, you have autism. And I was like, that's not the same thing. And he said, well, I was told by a counselor when you were in third grade that you have autism and that you would be put in the, and I quote, this is what he said, retard classes. Even though at the same time, I was also given an IQ test and I scored really high on that. And they wanted me to skip 2 grades. So they were like torn between doing either of those. And my parents just decided to do neither. And they never told me I was autistic. So that's pretty awesome.
Well, I
It's
mean, look,
pretty
man,
epic.
in like school counselors, like they just love calling kids autistic. But when they see a kid play with like Legos for more than 2 minutes, they're like, "Yep, that kid's a fucking aspie."
I thought it was more
uh,
ADHD.
no, I think Lego kids were usually autistic.
I I thought, what's more autistic, Legos or Mega Blocks?
Well, Mega Blocks are just bigger Legos. Here's the real question: what's more autistic, Legos or Bionicle?
Bionicle.
Uh, yeah, Bionicles.
Yeah. No,
All
no,
right, all right,
Legos are like neurotypical. Plenty
all right.
of like, normies love Legos, okay? They pay $500 for sets, okay?
Okay, what's more autistic? Legos or Team Fortress 2?
Team
Uh,
Fortress 2 is schizophrenic.
yeah.
That's
Is
that's
it?
like bipolar. That's my diagnosis.
Um, what's more autistic, watching a movie or not watching a movie?
Watching a movie.
Definitely watching the movie.
Hmm. I see. Mads, you want to chime in?
Well, the reasons for not watching a movie could be more autistic than actually watching the movie.
Hmm. Yeah, that very intriguing point, Mads. I'll add that to the tally board with my calculations.
Okay, you have your little whiteboard
Yeah,
next to your computer.
next to the
Yeah.
cuck chair.
Oh yes, the cuck chair. Yes, I love my cuck chair. On one hand, I watch my wife get fucked. On the other hand, I go watch a movie from my cuck chair.
Yeah, like the Simpsons movie from 2007. Your favorite movie?
Well, that is my least favorite movie.
I thought you told me it was your favorite. I thought you said I love the Simpsons movie from 2007,
No,
starring Homer J. Simpson as Homer J. Simpson.
no, I hate the Simpsons movie so much that I photoshopped a wood chipper with every character in that movie to be put in that wood chipper. So I posted it on DeviantArt.
Dude, I still can't believe you fucking found that on DeviantArt.
Yeah.
The fucking what was it
Uh,
again? It was
yeah. Okay. To anyone who doesn't know, uh, last episode on our Space Chimps review, aka a movie Ivan watched. Ivan has seen Space Chimps, but not the Deer Hunter.
yeah, because
Uh,
it's a good movie, unlike The Deer Hunter.
whatever.
Space
Um,
Chimps is a movie that was like 80 minutes long, but also kind of felt like it was 3 hours long.
Yeah.
yeah, so in our review of that, we found well, I found my job, my work. I found some kid's review, well, not a kid, some grown man's review of Max Keeble's Big Move on DeviantArt,
Yeah.
and he photoshopped Max Keeble into a wood chipper. Yeah, so anyway, um what was I gonna say? I was talking about the Deer Hunter or Legos or some shit.
Would you buy a Lego set
The
of the Deer Hunter? Like specifically the
oh
POW prison that they're in? Complete with
yeah.
revolvers and everything.
Fun fact about Michael Chimo, Michael Cinemo, Michael the fucking Gabagool. Before this movie was released, he lied about being a veteran in the Vietnam War, and he was called out on it. But the movie was so well that everyone just kind of forgot about it. But you know what? Stealing valor is cool and based in alpha, and only pussies get mad at shit like that.
Yeah, actually, Stealing Valor is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, how dare you try to get pussy with your stolen valor? I was actually there in war. It's like, cool. What do you want? A fucking cookie and a participation trophy? You big baby? Okay, I'm trying to get cooch with my stolen valor. So back off, buddy.
Proper cooch.
I'm rolling up into the recruitment office saying, hey, give me one of your uniforms. I'm trying to go to the strip bar and get some cooch. We gotta get cooch.
Wow, you're a hero. What war were you in? The console wars.
Like,
I was in the console war.
the console wars. I, I was in the soda wars,
Uh,
Oh
don't
god.
don't you mean the cola wars?
cola wars.
Stolen Valor spotted.
Well, I was talking more about the mellow yellow versus Mountain Dew wars.
Oh, trust me, I've seen a lot of mellow yellow online, if you know what I mean.
Synth likes piss porn. He likes watching
No,
golden
Golden
showers.
no.
showers.
He likes piss porn. He loves piss. He loves drinking piss. He likes it when women piss on him because he loves piss.
Yo, yo, yo! I'm taking a golden shower at Trump Tower.
That sounds like a fucking. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a beater show like joke that like Bling Bling Boy would say. Just like
We don't fucking talk about the beater show.
I'm bling bling. I'm bling bling. Getting a golden shower at the Trump Tower. I'm bling bling. I'm bling bling.
Oh man, I can't wait until we get to Waterworld, and then we can talk about piss even more.
Oh yeah, we can talk about piss harvesting, piss recycling. We can talk about growing a lemon on a boat, and we can talk about weird fish
We can
people.
talk about sex trafficking
Hell yeah,
that
brother.
goes on in that movie.
That's my favorite topic. My favorite scene in that whole movie is where that old man is like paddling in the oil tanker and like a torch falls down into the oil tanker and he's just like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah,
Before it blows up.
this is the best part of the whole
Um,
movie. It,
Yeah.
it immediately bumps it up like 1 point decibel in the rating system. Just that one scene.
Yeah.
wow. Oh, groovy, far out. Well, since we're talking about favorite movie scenes, Ivan, what's your favorite scene from The Deer Hunter?
My favorite scene from Waterworld, probably the the
No.
scene that we're going to talk about next review.
Oh, cool. Since you're having a hard time watching 3-hour movies, Ivan, maybe we could like send you like a little fidget spinner or some Legos to keep you distracted when watching the movie.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. I've been playing a lot of Fallout lately. I'm actually probably gonna, as of the time of recording, gonna play some Fallout on my live stream. And it reminds me a lot of Waterworld, so I've been very motivated to watch Waterworld
Mhm,
because I've
yeah,
been playing a lot of Fallout. And
yeah,
it's
because
very
both
very
of them have a
similar.
lot of Mad Max in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of Mad Max theming.
Well, Waterworld is just a straight up was intended to just be a straight up rip off of Mad Max. Like it was pitched as Mad Max, but in the ocean.
Anyway, back to the 1978 major motion picture, The Deer Hunter. Mads, you know what? Well, we know what scene I really didn't like in this movie, and it kind of made the movie less prestige in my mind.
Yeah, what was that?
I gotta say, I don't like performative corniness. That final fucking scene. God bless America. I was like, no,
Yeah,
no, don't
I was it's not my
cringe.
favorite,
So
but it's also not my
forced.
least favorite like scene in the movie. I wasn't so hot about the hour long wedding scene as you were. Like the first hour of that movie is a slog for me. Seriously, I think they spent too much time in Pennsylvania in the beginning. I think I only think it could have been like a little bit shorter, just like 10, 15 minutes shorter, and I would have enjoyed this movie a lot more.
That's the plebeian filter. If you can't
No, no,
handle
the
the wedding
superior
scene,
part is the third act, okay? When he comes back from war and like he's the only one left and now he's just like alienated from his community and his friends because he went
but
through
I mean,
something that they didn't. Like he's seen like the worst and they're still like douchebags.
to be fair, I never, at least with the Christopher Walken Nick character, I just never felt like, I just never really believed that he would just go that far.
Yeah, I didn't believe it
Like,
either.
yeah, I felt like there needed to be like at least like a 10-minute extra scene in there or something.
Yeah, take the
And
10
to
minutes away
me,
from
like,
the long wedding and give it towards like showing his downward spiral.
No, don't take any scene from the wedding. The wedding scene is great. Take fucking time away from that. God bless America. Where the fucking like director of this movie is like, yeah, I'm fucking smart. I'm
Yeah.
taking this
I
innocent
mean,
thing and
like
I'm making it dark.
singing like karaoke with each other, is like kind of a consistent thing. Because remember in the beginning when they're singing the Four Seasons song with each other,
That's different. That's fucking different because like at least with that is it's like a genuine scene. It's just like the last scene. I was like,
I would
no,
have liked it if they picked a
this
different
is
song.
embarrassing.
Like I read the reason why it's that song because it's a very talked about scene, It's like, oh, what's the point of this? What statement are you trying to make? Is this ironic about America? Is this actually sincere patriotism? Like what is it? And it's a nothing answer. It's just like, oh, this is a song that like every American kid knows, so and they're just like trying to sing a song that they all know together.
No, it's too much. Like it's too fucking much. It's like showing the fucking like corn at the corn factory. It's fucking
Mhm.
corny as shit.
If it was made in
Okay,
2009, they'd be singing "What you say, what you say, what you say," the Jason Derulo
uh,
version.
Nah, I feel like if it was 2009, they'd be singing like some Toby Queef like fucking country
Oh
music
no,
about like America.
that Ti song, the one where it's that Ti and Rihanna song. What's it? It's in The Hangover. What's it called? So live your life. Eh. Because it opens up
uh,
with that. This he says, "This one goes out to my soldiers out there in Iraq." It's like the
uh,
funniest thing. It
I'm
dates that song so much.
I'm
God.
sorry, freeze frame. I gotta stop. I just want to apologize for what I said earlier. Corn at the corn factory. That was really fucking stupid. I gotta apologize for that. That was off the fly. I'm actually a little embarrassed. But then again, like it's not as embarrassing as that fucking last scene of the deer hunter. Like that is just fucking. That's just like going from prestige to plebeian in fucking seconds. There was an episode of the Life and Times of Tim where the main character goes to a play, and as the soldier actor was dying, the cast all kind of gathered in a circle to sing like Johnny got his gun, Johnny, like a fucking like war tune like that,
Johnny's got
and it
a
was the
gun.
cringiest fucking thing. Like they made fun of that, and that's how I feel about this movie scene.
Yeah.
Like it's not good, Mads. Can you agree with me? Can you say
It's
yes?
yeah.
Yes,
I
you're
don't think
right.
it's good. I probably don't hate it as much as you. Like I really think that they should have went with a different song. Like there's like tons of songs that they maybe it's because they would have had to pay for like a copyright or something. If they sung like
I don't think we should
a
have.
goddamn like Buddy Holly song instead.
No, they shouldn't have sang any fucking song. No one sings after a funeral.
I've seen people singing at funerals. I've been to a
Psychopaths.
I mean it was a gay
What
funeral.
you say?
It was a gay funeral. So it was a little bit different. Oh boy, a gay funeral is quite the thing.
Freeze frame. I would like to apologize for my insensitive comments. Synth Cool supports the LGBT community.
Mm,
Okay, well, I think that nicely wraps up this review of the Deer Hunter.
No, that ending is like really like who like what were they thinking? To quote the angry video game nerd.
What?
I just don't think you have a song in your heart.
No, it's just like look. I mean, okay, okay. I changed my mind. People sing after or at funerals. It's fine. Maybe like a traditional fucking Celtic song or whatever. But it's just like that fucking like the cast singing "God bless America," and then it's like the director's like, "Yeah, take that, take that." Fucking like fucking suburbanites. It's just fucking like corny. Like um
I'm sorry, I spaced out while in the middle of your rant.
Yeah, I
It's like,
spaced
oh
out
yeah,
too. I was just
he's yeah, I get it. It's corny. Singing is
Yeah.
corny.
Maybe I'm just a little mad for no reason. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. What do you guys want to talk
Maybe you're
about?
hangry. Well, you gotta go to
Yeah, you're not you
Wendy's.
when you're hungry, Synth.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a cookie right here.
Oh. Oh yeah,
No cookies.
you eat that cookie. You deserve it, okay? You watched a 3-hour movie.
You gotta
Yeah,
go to
I
that one
did.
restaurant you always go to. What's it called?
Jersey Mike's.
Yeah, you gotta go to Jersey Mike's.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
gotta,
for authentic Jersey food.
I had Jersey Mike's today.
God, you're such a fucking Italian.
He's a
Wha-
he's a Jersey Mike's Italian.
Yeah, I live on the West Coast, but I gotta get some fucking Jersey Mike's,
Yeah.
baby. I wanna get me a sub, meatball sub, roast beef and cheddar, Philly cheesesteak,
Oh,
Jersey.
if it's a Philly cheesesteak, then it's a hoagie, not a sub.
I gotta get me a hoagie.
Yeah. Calling it a sub is submissive.
Ivan, what was that one thing you ate? It was like Dr. Pepper and beans combined.
Look. I
You
had,
gotta hear my Dr. Pepper beans. Oh, I'm Ohio.
you know, it's funny. I've embraced it. Your words can no longer hurt me because I've bought 3 more cans of Dr. Pepper beans so I could make them with hot dogs and make the most gormless dinner meal ever, which
White
is
trash casserole.
yeah, like a white trash casserole.
Holy shit,
Just
dude.
some got some beef franks in there, got some Dr. Pepper beans, got some fucking
Oh god,
got some fucking Mountain Dew.
at this point you might as well try the freaking movie Bob, a Mountain Dew roasted chicken recipe.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a real thing. He
What the
like
fuck?
marinated some chicken in Mountain Dew, made some Mountain Dew chicken.
That made me gag.
And look, to be fair, the Mountain Dew is like you shouldn't do that with any food. But I mean, my mom's made like Sprite chicken before. It's it's pretty good.
Yeah,
What kind of
Sprite's one thing.
caucasity?
Yeah, but
How
people use Sprite for cooking. You fucking idiot! Just like how you use
how
Dr. Pepper for beans.
Yeah.
how white are you to eat Sprite marinated chicken?
I've had that.
Bro,
How fucking Caucasian are you that you eat
dude,
Sprite marinated chicken?
she only makes it like 3 times a year, and it's pretty good because it's like
She
combined with
makes it
barbecue.
often.
No,
Three
like
times
three
a
That
year
times a
isn't
wasn't.
year.
often.
It's not just a one-off thing.
You have Dr. Pepper beans, you fuck.
You have Sprite chicken, you fucking inbred.
Chicken. Okay. You love Fallout
It's
so
the
much.
it's the
You
most
love Fallout so much that you have to eat like a fucking Fallout character. Ooh, I collect my Dr. Pepper beans.
Look, man, don't be shitting on the beans and weenies. You're eating fucking chicken marinated by a spiceless beverage.
Spiceless. No, Sprite has flavor, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, it tastes like static.
Static. I agree, yeah.
Dude, you can't handle static.
Also, they don't even sell Sprite anymore, don't they? They sell fucking Starry, which
Yeah.
is like a sweeter, more flavored version of it.
Oh wait, no,
So you're
they
at this
still
point,
that Sierra Mist that replaced Starry.
I could have swore it was Sprite.
No, Sprite's still around. Sprite's an iconic American brand.
What the fuck is Starry, you East Side fuck?
Look, I've had 7 Up marinated like roast before, like once, and I thought it was superior to Sprite. I'm more of a 7 Up girl than a Sprite girl.
I like putting real seasonings on my meats.
Oh,
Like
Well,
there's like
yeah,
other
of
stuff in it
course.
besides Sprite, you know? It's only like it's like a minuscule amount of Sprite, right? It's like a little tang, you know? Like a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
lemon
just a
lime
little.
tang, you know?
Yeah. And my mom, she doesn't always use Sprite. Most of the time she uses like regular stuff for chicken. But every once in a while, a Sprite.
this is almost as insane as the people who like demand that people wash their chicken before they cook it.
Like, what do you mean?
Like they wash it like with like lemon water because they claim that if you don't wash off chicken, it'll make your whole house smell like death, quote unquote, when you cook it.
Hmm.
It's like a really weird thing that some people do. Like they, I've even heard of some people even washing it with fucking soap. Like they use like a
Ugh.
light amount of soap and water to wash their chicken
Ew.
off.
Oh my fucking god. That's like the real like Caucasian thing to eat is just like dishwash freaking chicken.
Hey, do you guys have canes in the East?
Yeah, we do.
Not the Far East.
Gonna say this: canes inferior to Popeyes.
I've never been to a Popeyes, so I couldn't judge.
Um,
But all
Popeyes is yeah, it's one of the better fried chicken places.
what I will say is I really do like Canes though, because I've had Canes and I fucking love it. It's real
It,
good.
it's not that good. Why do people fucking jerk off canes so
You
much?
two have never been to the South, have you?
I've been to the South.
Have you been to a Zaxby's?
No.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
like the best chicken. Really, I think it's better than Chick-fil-A.
Well, look, of course, like chicken from like a chicken restaurant. Well, I mean, look. I mean, the best chicken is like fried chicken from the deli at the grocery store.
No, it's from like somewhere where like they specialize in like fried fat shit, okay? Which is down south.
Uh,
So yeah, down south, like everything fried is just like so much better. It's
my
like
fried
godly.
Dr.
It's like
Pepper beans.
it's the reason why it's the Bible Belt. It's just because like they have like the best fried foods. Among other reasons.
Yeah, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. Get it?
Yeah, penis.
No, I was talking about the weight, you fucking pervert. Jesus. Go back to your Dr. Pepper beans.
Look, you Sprite chicken eating motherfucker. At least my Dr. Pepper beans are sweet and sassy.
Sweet and
Your
sour.
chicken, your chicken marinated in soda is not great. It's static chicken.
All right, let's have the American people vote Dr. Pepper beans or Sprite barbecue chicken.
All right, that'll be the vote, the poll.
Yeah.
Food battle. Fucking food battle.
Oh my god, food battle!
Food fight.
Dr. Pepper beans versus Sprite chicken.
Oh my gosh, Ian and Anthony, please sign my penis. I love you guys. I'm your biggest fan. Dude, Israel and Palestine will make up in peace before classic Smosh comes back.
God. All right. Well, that's the end of today's review. Thank you.
Yeah, this review's dog shit because I watched the movie 3 weeks ago and I forgot so much about it.
I watched it twice.
Dan.
Wow,
Yeah.
you want a A plus
Yeah.
on the refrigerator?
Yeah. I did extra credit, yeah. 6 hours of deer hunting.
If they had a movie school, I think you would get straight A's.
No, I would drop out.
Just like,
As soon as they make me watch a Kevin James freaking boxing movie.
yo, that was a good movie. I kind of like that.
No, that movie fucking sucked, dude.
No, it didn't.
That movie fucking totally sucked.
No, it wasn't bad.
It kind of sucked.
You're like, you have like the same taste as like a guy who has like the Dark Knight poster in their little movie lounge. You know
Oh,
that?
fuck off. You are unironically a guy who listens to a podcast about The Simpsons.
Yeah, and I love it. And they talk
Yeah.
about other cartoons too.
Yeah,
What, like
like
Bob's
what? The
Burgers?
episode like Bob's Burgers, or do they talk about Graggle Simpson and how much they want to fuck
No,
him?
no. They have a show called What a Cartoon where they take a different cartoon from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, from all over history, and they go in detail about it. I really like it, Ivan.
That sounds more interesting.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're a big nerd.
You want to hurt me? Yeah, I'm a fucking nerd, but it's 2024. Nerds rule. Jocks drool.
I bet you eat your hot pockets with the cuck sleeve on.
I bet you eat fucking Dr. Pepper bean hot pockets.
Shut the fuck up!
I bet I bet you shove hot pockets in your butt.
You take that back.
He fucked the hot pocket.
He fucked the hot pocket.
Dude, that's like Zoomer American Pie. We got to get on this.
The hot pocket fucked him.
American pocket.
Well, actually, Zoomers don't really eat hot pockets. That's more like a millennial like snack.
Yeah, what's our
God,
thing?
you're so pretentious.
Freaking
How is that
poisoned
pretentious?
Lunchables.
Oh yeah, dude. I love lead.
I haven't seen anyone eat a hot pocket like in years, dude.
I mean, I haven't in a good while because they're fucking expensive.
Hot pockets
Like
are expensive. This fucking country is
Yeah,
falling.
they got more expensive, dude.
Oh my god, even the hot pockets inflated.
Frozen food got so expensive lately. It's actually fucking ass. It's hard out here.
This is the end.
How's Biden going to win the hot pocket vote?
How is Biden going to win any vote? He's trying to ban TikTok. That's like telling anyone under 30 to go kill themselves.
If he promised to at least lower the prices of hot pockets, do you think his approval would go up?
If Joe Biden like talked about serious issues like the ethics in video games journalism, maybe I would consider voting for him.
Pronouns in video games.
Oh my god, don't even get me started.
Covered up cleavage in video games.
Oh my god, I'm literally shaking.
Yeah, we got like a genocide in like Palestine. We have like crazy bullshit happening all across the globe. We have like inflation of products, mostly caused by corporate greed and unfettered capitalism. And yet the one thing that's truly plaguing this world at this moment is video games.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Might as well distract us with inane shit.
It's all bread and circuses.
I'm sorry, but that's like a guy, like an autistic guy looking out the window and he's just thinking, look at the fucking peasant masses just feasting on bread and circuses.
The sheeple.
Bitch, you jerked off to Skibbity Toilet.
Yeah, Skibbity Toilet is beautiful.